Tyson Fury can do everything Usyk does, but he's a bigger version of him. Usyk may have a bit of smooth about his work, but a good bigger nose be
a lot
a good
of feints,
little.
a lot of movement, tying him up. But the problem doing that against a volume puncher is, you've got to do a little bit more than just moving. So he may have to switch up his game plan at times because Usyk has the ability to do that and does it very well during a fight.
I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time, and his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, where they were talking about the fight.
Johnny Nelson has issued a stark warning to Oleksandr Usyk, suggesting he should think twice before accepting a third fight with Tyson Fury. But for anyone who has followed Usyk's career closely, the warning feels hollow, because Usyk has already proven himself against Fury, not once, but twice. All the talk of Fury's notorious mind...
And Tyson Fury, he knows every angle of fighting, to box, to bash, to box dirty, to box clean, to psychologically get into a man a long time before the fight starts. But I don't doubt Tyson Fury.
Games, his roughhouse tactics, and his ability to bend the rules didn't work the first time, and they certainly didn't work the second. Usyk has already shown that he's levels above Fury both physically and mentally. He has mastered the art of neutralizing chaos with composure, and the evidence is written in the history books. Even Joe Rogan, who
is probably eating him up, probably drives him nuts, and I bet you'll see an entirely different Tyson Fury in this next fight. In this next fight, you will see a focused fucking assassin.
Yes.
But he's fighting the craftiest heavyweight maybe of all time.
Yeah.
Usyk is so slick.
Has painted Tyson Fury as a focused assassin heading into a possible trilogy fight, acknowledges Usyk's brilliance. Rogan himself admits that Usyk might be the sickest heavyweight ever, a statement that speaks volumes. Usyk has tamed the so-called Gypsy King twice. That isn't luck, that's dominance. Slick beats Savage every single time.
He's the best of our generation by far, he has to be. He's beat everybody, he's literally beat everybody. You could say he's not beat Wiley, you could say it's Thomas, Sultan, Parker. He's beat everybody. Daniel Dubois, for me, Daniel Dubois was poor tonight. I know we're not getting onto that yet, but he was poor tonight. But he's beat Fury twice, he's beat Joshua twice, he mopped up at cruiserweight. He's done it all. Yeah, there's nothing really much else to add. He's one of the best of all time.
Rogan explained. And in Usyk's case, Slick doesn't just describe his style, it defines his mindset. He's a chess player in a division full of brawlers. Dave Allen didn't hold back in his own assessment. Usyk is the best of our generation. Full stop, Allen said bluntly. And when you consider the Ukrainians' accomplishments, it's impossible to argue.
There's no one who's going to beat him. I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed the actual feet down because Daniel Dubois.
He's beaten Anthony Joshua twice, beaten Tyson Fury twice, became undisputed at cruiserweight, and dismantled Daniel Dubois. There's no spin, no excuses, just pure dominance. Allen even went as far as to call out Dubois for being poor in his approach and preparation, further highlighting Usyk's unmatched levels of professionalism and skill. Usyk's legacy is...
So he put in tonight was the best Oleksandr Usyk I've actually seen. I think that you got to put him up there, man. That was phenomenal. People talking about age, was he showing signs of wear and tear after the two Fury fights? Well, he answered all those questions. He looked young, he looked fresh, and he made a potentially difficult fight.
Isn't up for debate anymore. It's already carved in stone. Tony Bellew, who once shared the ring with Usyk, dropped another gem when discussing the champion's greatness. Usyk isn't just brilliant, he's adaptable, Bellew said. He highlighted how Usyk essentially custom-built his body to exploit Dubois' slow feet during their fight. That's elite-level IQ and discipline at work. Fury's wild unpredictability, Bellew argued, is rendered useless when faced with an opponent like Usyk, who can recalibrate mid-fight like a machine. That adaptability is what makes Usyk so dangerous. He evolves every single time he steps into the ring. No one in the division is catching up. And Usyk's evolution was clear for everyone to see in his latest performance. Despite having endured back-to-back wars with Fury, he showed no signs of rust or wear. Instead, we witnessed the best version of Usyk yet. Eddie Hearn summed it up perfectly. Usyk doesn't just absorb pressure, he flips it on its head. During the Dubois...
Usyk was under pressure in the first round because Dubois comes out fast like he did against AJ, and if he catches you, you're in trouble. And I think just after that, he just decided basically I'm not going to go on the back foot anymore. I'm going to take the fight to Dubois. And he just kind of beat him up. And obviously stops him. I mean, he's beaten AJ twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice. Unbelievable.
Fight. Dubois came out firing in the first round, looking to steamroll Usyk. But Usyk, calm as ever, didn't retreat. He adjusted instantly and began walking Dubois down, dismantling him piece by piece. That's not just a boxer, that's a ring general, Hearn said. And the names Usyk has dismantled? Joshua, Fury, Dubois, all multiple times. Nobody gets lucky twice, let alone 3 times. Usyk studies you, breaks you down, and finishes you when there's nothing left for you to give. That first round against Dubois could have rattled anyone else, but for Usyk, it only woke up a monster. Once he decided to step forward, the fight became a slow, calculated demolition. There was nothing flashy about it, just cold, clinical execution. As Hearn pointed out, we're witnessing greatness in real time. If Fury believes he can bully his way through the trilogy fight, he better rethink his entire approach. Usyk doesn't break under pressure, he thrives in it. Conor Benn echoed this sentiment when he made a massive statement comparing Usyk to the greatest heavyweight.
Best heavyweight there is currently, and I don't see anybody beating him.
Is he as good as Muhammad Ali? It's not a crazy thing to say, I don't think, at this point.
The thing is, you can't really do the comparisons, do you know what I mean? But I do think he's one of the best currently now to do it.
Who do you want to see Usyk fight next, or just sail off?
He can sail off into the sunset, and he's done everything. Do you know what I mean? He's phenomenal fighter, man. You're watching him, I'm just watching him, I'm going, oh my God. Like, that's God-given talent.
Of all time, Muhammad Ali. When I bring up Ali in the same breath as Usyk, it's not for shock value. Ben explained, it's earned, and he's right. Usyk's resume is a museum piece. Unified cruiserweight champion, heavyweight conqueror, and giant slayer on multiple occasions. He's not just winning, he's doing it against the best of the best. Ben went further, calling Usyk the best heavyweight right now. And honestly, who's left to argue? Fury has been beaten twice. Joshua was handled twice. Dubois was embarrassed. Usyk is doing things in the modern heavyweight division that few dare attempt. He fights with grace, movement, and surgical precision in a division obsessed with brute force. Ali wasn't just a fighter, he was a thinker, a strategist, an artist. Usyk checks all those same boxes, and while comparisons between eras will always be tricky, it's no longer ridiculous to place Usyk in that conversation. He is rewriting the standard for what it means to dominate at heavyweight. Perhaps the scariest part is that Usyk still seems...
Crazy performance from Oleksandr Usyk, you know, he stopped the fight early, you know, but I say this before, Daniel Dubois makes so much pressure, too much pressure, you know, he not control, and every jab, every right hand is too strong, you know, and he not defends himself, but you see the result, you know, Oleksandr Usyk stopping fast.
Did it surprise you how early Alexander got the stoppage?
Yes, before the fight, I was, I never say this is he come to stop him so early, you know. But after the first round, I say the fight will never be.
Seems to be improving. Ajit Caballo recently reflected on Usyk's brutal precision in the ring. He pointed out that Usyk isn't just slick, he's powerful. People mistake his style for finesse only. Caballo said, but every jab and right hand is too strong. He's punching to end you. Caballo also noted that Usyk's defensive movement isn't running, it's setting traps. Once you're caught, he doesn't just outbox you, he overwhelms you. The chilling phrase Caballo used, Alexander will stop you fast. You only need to look at the Dubois fight to understand what Caballo meant. 1 minute, Usyk was absorbing shots. The next, he was walking Dubois down, jabbing him into confusion, and closing the show. He calculates every step. That kind of ring command is rare among today's heavyweights. There's a reason why legends like Bellew and Lennox Lewis are singing his praises. Usyk is a generational talent.
Usyk does what he does. You know, he finds a way to win. And I turned to my son. He lost the 5th round, Usyk, and it was a big round for Fury. I turned to my son and I said, watch what the guy who knows how to win, watch what he does the next round. My son was like, Dad.
Talent who combines brains with bombs. Teddy Atlas has never been one to sugarcoat his opinions, and his analysis of Usyk's greatness was straight to the point. Usyk knows how to win. Atlas said. He wasn't just talking about fighting or surviving, he was talking about winning at the highest level. After dropping a round to Fury, most fighters would reset or even panic. Not Usyk. He calculated, studied Fury in real time, and surgically adjusted his game plan mid-fight. That isn't just skill, that's fight IQ bordering on genius. Atlas's message was simple: watch what the guy who knows how to win does. Usyk doesn't need theatrics or hype. He goes into the ring, absorbs your best, and then returns fire even worse. This ability to collect data every round and use it to dismantle his opponents is what separates great fighters from legends. Fury may throw chaos, but Usyk responds with calm, cold brilliance. Teddy's assessment was clear. Usyk is built differently. Lennox Lewis reinforced that sentiment by highlighting the mental aspect of this trilogy. When you come back for
that would be the one I want immediately. That would be the most fight that I want next.
In England? Thank you, everyone.
In England, for sure. I only want a fucking fair fight. I don't want any favours. I want a fair fight and a fair result, which I believe and I know I didn't.
How did you score that second fight?
I fucking thought I won it by 5 rounds. I've watched it.
You're dealing with two elite heavyweights. It's no longer about who hits harder or who's taller, Lewis explained. It's about who thinks better under pressure. And in that department, Usyk is the superior fighter. Fury may enter the ring more serious than ever, but seriousness alone doesn't win fights. Execution does. Usyk has beaten Fury twice already, not because he was the stronger man, but because he was the smarter one. He outfought him, out-timed him, and outlasted him. When a heavyweight legend like Lennox Lewis refuses to pick against Usyk, it says it all. He knows what greatness looks like, and he sees it in Usyk. The Ukrainian is undefeated, undisputed at cruiserweight, a conqueror of heavyweight giants, and still evolving. Fury can talk all he wants about adjustments and motivation, but the mental edge doesn't lie. Usyk doesn't just react, he predicts. He fights 2 rounds ahead, always staying 1 step in front. Duke McKenzie has been just as direct in his views. He reminded everyone that there's no controversy here. Usyk beat Tyson Fury twice, and the judges, some of the...
But that Oleksandr Usyk has got Tyson Fury's number, because he's beaten him twice. The powers that be, we're talking about the ringside judges, they don't make things up. You know, they allegedly got the best of the best to referee and to judge that fight. So 3 judges, one can't get it wrong, one could possibly get it wrong, but the other 2 didn't. And it was the second fight was a unanimous decision. So for me, there's no ifs, no buts, no maybes. You got beat.
Best in the world saw it exactly the same way. The second fight was a unanimous decision, with all 3 scorecards in Usyk's favor. No ifs, no buts, McKenzie said. Get on with it. In this sport, debates are endless, but facts are facts, and the fact is, Usyk has Fury's number. McKenzie didn't pull punches when it came to Fury's post-fight behavior, either. He called the Gypsy King delusional for continuing to peddle the narrative that he was robbed. Fury didn't lose by opinion, McKenzie said. He lost by official professional scoring twice. The judges, the ones paid to see through the noise, were unanimous. Dry your tears and move on. Usyk didn't just edge out close wins. He dismantled the myth of Fury. He absorbed everything the Gypsy King had and answered back with disciplined clinical brilliance. This rivalry is no longer even. Usyk has already closed the chapter. If a third fight happens, it won't be about justice. It will be about history. And that's where we stand. The stage is set for what could be the most defining trilogy in modern heavyweight history.
The fact that he's still bellyaching about it, is the fact that he's still trying to convince himself that he won, which he clearly didn't. Really, that shows a lot of delusion on his part. I mean, listen, when you lose in a fight, never mind a world title fight, when you lose in a fight, full stop, you know, the best thing to do is to dry your tears and...
Usyk versus Fury 3. But let's not pretend this is an even playing field anymore. Usyk has already beaten Fury twice, outclassing him mentally, technically, and tactically. This isn't just a battle of fists, it's a war of IQs. Usyk has proven he can adapt mid-fight, absorb Fury's best, and respond with surgical precision. He has handled the pressure, the chaos, and the size disadvantage, and still walked away the clear winner. Now the only thing left is to close the chapter completely. Fury is wounded, humiliated, and dangerously unpredictable. That makes him both vulnerable and volatile. If he loses again, the Gypsy King myth officially dies. But if he somehow finds a way to win, he resets the narrative and ignites a new era. Still, ask yourself, who wants it more? Who has more to prove? Who has already shown the heart of a champion? The answer is Usyk, calm, composed, and unshakable. This final fight isn't just for belts, it's for legacy, for greatness, for undisputed immortality. And if Fury thinks he can bluff his way to redemption with mind games, he better bring more than talk, because this time Usyk won't just beat him, he might end the debate forever. So who are you backing in this monumental clash? Will Oleksandr Usyk shut it down once and for all, and cement his place as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time? Or will Tyson Fury pull off the unthinkable and rewrite the story? Drop your thoughts below. The war of words is just beginning, but soon, the ring will deliver the only answer that matters.